Hi, y'all. I decided I was going to play this morning a little bag that I made for the cards that I made. It's older, and I don't know, probably 8 years old, but I made these with some tape. They are the tarot cards. I absolutely have not ever learned how to read these things. There's a few cards in here that I go, oh yeah, they have strong meaning for me. But I've not learned how to read them. I just feel into them. So, if you know the actual meaning of a card, my apologies, because I do not. I'm just feeling into it because I had this fun thought this morning. This beautiful day. And I thought, for whatever reason, it just ran through my energy that these people get on here and I've seen them. Sorry, my nose itches. They get on here and they like ask GPT questions, or not GPT, the fucking Alexa and stuff. I don't have those things because it's just another device for them to spy on, right? They record everything. The fucking computers are talking to each other now. It's crazy stuff, man. But I sit there and I think about it and I go, yeah, it's morning. Everybody's loud. I haven't fed them yet, but they're trying to find some fat, juicy bugs. So I thought about, well, Grand Rising, my love. How are you? Good deal. There is coffee. So anywho, I was sitting here and I was thinking, well, why not do this? Why not try to play around? Because that's all I'm doing is playing, right? We play with energy all the time. We can play with energy with anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So although I can't get these, they're so thick. See, I can't get them to shuffle. But we'll get there. So this is what I was thinking, getting on there and all those people that asked Alexa questions and all the different things. And I thought, you know what? That's interesting that they sit and they ask about, the end of the world. And I think I heard questions about Bill Gates and all kinds of weird stuff. And I find that funny because, the internet, the AI is artificial intelligence, which means that some human being had to take all the knowledge that they have and input it into the computer to spat out shit for us to know, right? So that's all this is. It's not like the computer makes up its own mind or has its own thoughts, or it just goes through the program and finds anything that relates to what you're saying and spats it right out at you, right? That's what it does. Okay. So I thought, well, let's ask some crazy ass questions with the fucking tarot. How about that? Even though I don't know how to read the shit, but I just thought it would be fun. And I sat at the computer, and this cellar spider come crawling down from the light right in front of the computer. And I'm like, huh. So I picked his little ass up, I put him on the floor, and of course I killed him. Because there's a rule. If you're in the house, you die. You can stay outside, you can stay on the porch. They all know how it goes. I understand that they come in more and more when it starts raining, or when it's getting ready to rain. It's supposed to rain here in a couple of days, but yeah. I get those really big ass spiders in the house. Those big, I guess they're water spiders. Those things are creepy. But they'll get in the house right before big ass heavy rain. And that's how I know, ooh, it's going to be a tsunami in my yard. Because they're huge. They're huge. They're at least as big as one of my lenses and bigger. But anywho, they're just the water spiders, so it's, not a big deal. I'm not scared of them. It's just startling to see something that big and fuzzy walking across the floor, and it's not a cat, right? So, okay, so I sat here and I thought, all right, we'll do this because I've seen people do the shuffles and I am not practiced at this or even have a clue. So we're just playing. And I'm going to go, Here's what I'm going to do. All right. However, I may be playing, but I'm still going to ask for all the information I get to come from my highest good, for my highest good. That is it. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go, all right, I want to feel these cards. Is it the end of the world? Oh, look, there's a sun. Although the sun was upside down, but I don't think it means anything because I think all my cards are screwed up. So it's the sun card. So I'm going to say that is an illusion. That is the end of the world. A lot of people could say, oh yeah, it's totally the end of the world. There's the sun. But see, there's a child. And the child is on a horse, right? And it's running through. And there's flowers. And there's all these things. This would not represent to me the end of the world. This would represent to me change in the world. So I would say we definitely have the ability to change. And oh, look, there's the Magician. This is my Jesus card. And when I see the Jesus card, I'm like, shh, yeah, we are all spot on. Like, Jesus has got all the magic. Jesus has got all the elements. He knows how to use all the elements. He knows he is made of all the elements. I'm sorry, the Magician. You know, this makes me go, we have the power to make anything happen. We collectively have the power to make anything happen. We just have to remember that we are human, which means we are animals of this earth as well as all the other animals and creatures that live here. We also need to unite. We also have our little tribes, our little families, our little communities that we help each other, or at least we should. I mean, the animals teach us that very thing. And as hard as the world has tried to make us believe that we are not human, that we don't deserve to be in nature, you know, come on, guys. Watch the animals. The animals help each other. It doesn't even matter if it's the same species. They will come and help. They truly do. We're animals. Why aren't we helping? Why aren't we living in our communities and literally helping each other? Why isn't the neighbor down the road that specializes on, man, they make the greatest fucking tomatoes, grow the greatest tomatoes in the world, and then, we'll like, go talk to the neighbor. What have you got? I got eggs. I could share some nice eggs. There's several people around here that can do the same thing, share eggs. I don't know how many people can say their chickens are fed freaking non-GMO, non-soy food like I can, because I make a point to do that. I don't want that in my system. I'm not going to feed it to my chickens if I'm going to eat what they provide for me. I mean, what happened to that? There's one guy who's really good at sunflowers all over the yard, or pumpkins, or potatoes, or corn, or squashes. That's what I don't understand. I mean, even way back then, we had a victory garden, right? Like, everybody had a tiny little thing. Everybody had some chickens. Everybody had a couple of rabbits, a couple of chickens, so that they could feed themselves through the hard times. Well, if we actually worked in community, we could share those things, and not everyone would have to strive to do tomatoes and cucumbers and potatoes and squashes and beans and all the things. Broccoli, cauliflower, spices, all the herbs, There could be, somebody has a beautiful herb garden, Maybe they can share so you can have your own little herb garden for your kitchen. Just walk outside and grab the things you need. I don't know why I got off on that. I don't understand why we don't work together more. Really. Because we know. Yeah, you know what? Our neighbor might be a little different than us, a lot different than us, but they're still human. They still need a roof over their head and substance in their body and water to drink. They still need those things. We all do. But we've been told to be separate from our neighbors, or, oh, you got to fear your neighbor. They might be something, and oh my God, they're different. They're a different ethnic toxicity. I don't even know how to, you know, just because they fucking look different. You're supposed to be afraid of them or be prejudiced or stereotypical. Oh, what, they do this and they do this and they do this. Why do you think we have all this crazy shit going on and we're talking about white privilege and black privilege and pretty privilege and I don't know, fucking gay privilege. I'm sure there's a privilege of everything because everybody wants to put a title on everything. So here's my question. Are we ever going to get rid of the titles? Are we actually going to see us as the human race we were meant to be? Oh, look at there. There's the world card. That means we are. That means that's what we're striving for. So that we can better our own lives and those around us. So we can stop seeing the struggle. It's all about having some damn compassion for yourself first. And then others. Take care of your own needs, and then you can help somebody else. You know, it's all about getting in your community and finding out, hey, what do you do? What's going on? How can we help each other? How do you think those little towns did it way back when they supposedly started? And there was a blacksmith, and there was a bread maker, and there was, you know, candle maker, and it was all in that little community to help the little community. And they've taken that away from us and made us go outside because there is I don't know, got to go over there because, hey, if you go over here, you'll spend more money because that's what it's become about. And then they pull you away from the space in which you are cozy and comfy. You know, and maybe that's why we are taught to push everybody out of the house, our kids out of the house. No, we don't live together. We all have to have separate homes. Why is that? What happened to the big-ass homes where everybody still freaking lived there? Wouldn't that be, you know, more sufficient? I mean, there'd be more help with the utilities, the house cleaning, the cooking, the, you know, the harvest on your garden, planting the seeds, all of the stuff that you'd all be there doing what you needed to do. And the really cool thing about that is this. It has been proven if you put whatever seeds you plant in the ground and you put them in your mouth, they turn around and they collect the DNA from your body. And they go, ooh, oh, they need this. They're lacking in this. So when I grow, I'm going to make sure I have more of this mineral, more of this vitamin for this body. That's how it works. That's how connected we are to the earth. So please, stop letting people fear you from going out in nature. Please stop. It's just go play. Just go play. You're afraid of getting poison ivy on you? You run in a poison ivy patch. You want me to tell you what the best thing to do is? Turn around, grab some damn dirt, rub it on your body. You won't get poison ivy. I do it all the time. All the time. If I'm out there and I'm just like, shit, and I can't find any jewelweed somewhere, because normally jewelweed will grow right next to poison ivy, which is a wonderful thing, because you're like, oh, hey, I'm running through the thing that can affect my body and give me an allergic reaction. But hey, look, right there's jewelweed, and that's the thing I can rub on my body to stop the reaction. So if there's no jewelweed, hell yeah, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab me a handful of dirt and I'm going to rub it on my body, wherever it's touched. My ankles, my feet, my hands, my arms. Rub that dirt on it. Oh, it's earth. How can that help a body if you're covered in dirt? Because dirt don't hurt, honey. Haven't you heard the old saying? You know, God made skin washable. It's a good thing, isn't it? We're supposed to have all of that. See, I don't know why I got off on that either. It was fun. All right, so world card. We can do it. Okay, so now my next question is going to be this. Because, yeah, I have weird questions. Because I don't give a shit about the government. I don't give a shit about their genetically modified insects. Their fleas, their mosquitoes, their ticks. Yeah, they're doing all of that. And then their little... We're not going to get into all of that because there's all kinds of shit. But anywho, yeah, they have modified all of those insects. And then they tell you, oh, got to worry about it because they're the ones who put the diseases that we get into the fucking insects that are going to kill us. So, you know, or make us very ill. I find that absolutely hilarious. And all that stuff that's going on over in China right now with mosquitoes and lockdown and again. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is planned. So planned. Like, if they can get away with it over there, don't you think they're going to try here? Come on. Anywho, everything that happens somewhere else is going to happen here, and we just need to be more aware of what's happening. So, has humanity lost its love? I'm going to say that's a no. I'm going to say we forgot that we are loved. We forgot how powerful love is because, you know, it's really easy to react on all the negative now and because it seems to be more impactful because it's heavy and it hurts. And love is light and it feels good. All right, I need another good question because this is just weird, but fun. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. So, oh, okay. Will we all have money? I don't know what this would mean. It is the Page of Swords. I would say not in the way we think it is. Like, because when I say money, I think wealth, but thanks for the thought of money. Wealth is completely different than money, in my opinion. It does include money, but wealth has a lot to do with your spirit, honestly, I feel. Because if you feel wealthy, then you feel worthy of wealth, right? And it is the worthiness. We've kind of feel like, do we need to fight against it? Because I'm not sure, like the tug pull thing. Should I stay or should I go? But this is wealth. This is it. Oh, look. That's what wealth is. Wealth does start with spirit, honey. You have to believe in your own worth before you can have wealth. Because wealth is more energy. It's magnetic. So if you feel worthy of all that is, then all that is has to pour into you, right? Because your energy is like a magnet. So whatever energy you throw out there, the energy is coming back. It doesn't matter how old you are. Your energy, you're not ever going to stop being energy. When the body dies, you're still energy. This just makes us move. It just makes us play in this realm. But it is not who we are. I haven't always been Ricky in a female body. No, not at all. I remember past lives. I certainly do. Many of them similar to what I am now. And I've heard people say, oh, we've all been evil and hateful, and maybe we have. But somewhere in me, I know. And even when I'm off in the dream flight and I'm in different realms helping the other parts of me, I'm still some sort of healer. Some sort of therapist, counselor, if you will. I'm still that. It doesn't change. It's still in there. And I'm sure you've been the same in the past as well. Yeah. I honestly don't know. I used to hear the thing about new souls, and I'm like, oh, wow. You know, maybe my first child is a new soul because he's just havoc and crazy and tearing and getting and going and running and fucking hitting that wall going 90. And you know what? He's like 35 years old now, and he's still hitting that wall going 90. He's put himself in a hell of a position. And we do that. We do that because we want to blame everybody else for our situation, opposed to taking responsibility for what is truly ours. That's what we want to do. I mean, I could sit and blame my family, my relatives, my whoever for whatever, but why? Why do I want to blame them? Shit happened, yeah. But you know, what did they have to go through in their life to end up throwing their shit on me? That's the question. That is the question. You know, maybe if we're able to heal our own heart, find our own worth, our own worthiness, because you're worthy of anything you desire, then maybe then we can show others, if we choose to. If you're still hanging out with your parents, if you're still with your relatives, yeah, maybe then they'll see. And they'll be like, wow, wow. Because you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. There is not one thing that you have done in this world that does not make you worthy. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Everybody makes mistakes. You're human. You're allowed to make mistakes. That's part of being human. It's an experience. It's feedback. It's not failure. It's simply feedback. No one makes mistakes. You just try again. You just try again, and you try again, and you try again until you get it. That's what you do. And if you try, well, actually try is not it. You work at it. And if you don't get it, then maybe that's something you're not supposed to do. Maybe that's not a talent you're supposed to have. Because yeah, everything we do is a talent. Me sitting here talking is a freaking talent. The knowledge that I have, yeah, it's a goddamn talent, because not a whole lot of people have the knowledge I have. You know? Everything we do, it's not just singing and writing and painting and crafting, and being able to communicate is a talent. Being able to have a healthy argument is a talent. It just is. Look at things differently. Just look at things differently. You know, it does suck that we have to pretend that we are somebody else when we're in other people's faces because they don't know how to deal with that. Well, maybe you need to get in a position where you don't have to wear a different mask. Just be you. Just be you. If those two people don't like you, it's okay. Those people will fall away. They're holding on to your energy. Maybe that energy of not accepting you is what is holding you down. And if you let go of what they want from you, or trying to prove that you are good enough to them, because I don't know if I tried to prove I was good enough to my mother. But I know I always wanted her to accept me for who I was. And she was just not able. You know why? Because she's not able to accept who she is. She doesn't understand all the stuff. She doesn't take time to do all of the healing or to see things that are right in front of her face. Because she is who she is, and there's nothing wrong with that. But she's busy trying to make her relationship work and make things seem right in her world, just like all of us are. Every one of us are doing it. Will we succeed in what we desire and having what we desire in this realm? Yes. Yes, we shall. It seems to me that this is looking into the pinnacle. All the things that they have created emotionally, mentally, that are now physical. Like walking right into all of the physical manifestations. And those physical manifestations come when you find the worthiness. When you have it in your mind what it is you truly want. Honey, we got this. We got this. I think we need to stop letting the government tell us that humans are shit. Because we are so damn powerful. We really are. We are absolutely magnificent. And individually, oh my goodness, how great are we? Could you imagine how great we are if we actually got along? Had some compassion, some understanding, Some realization that, you know what, they don't need to be like you, because if they were like you, oh my God, we'd be bored to death. We really would. And I sit there and I go, wow, all these people that go, oh yeah, I want world peace. Do you really want world peace? I mean, you know, peace, quiet. And I go to, it'd be really boring if it was peace. I want world kindness, compassion, love, understanding. That's what I want. Because we're allowed to be angry over things. We're allowed to have emotions. We are emotional beings. Even the freaking animals, the wild critters out there have emotion, but they only have emotion when they need to. You know? We are stuck in a state of, what is it? Fight or flight, 24/7. At school, at our job, sometimes at home. I know, this was supposed to be fun. I don't know why I ended up. It's another lecture, guys. Sorry. It just happens. It's who I am. It's just who I am. I just want the world to be happy. I want the world to love themselves. I want every single person on this realm to know how great they are. Know how great you are. Oh my goodness. It doesn't matter if you're not doing what the next person over is doing. You don't need to be doing that. They're already doing it. You need to do what you do, even if it's a similar thing. Do what you do, because only you can do it that way. Because not everybody's going to want to go get or be a part of what that other person does, because everybody clicks differently. Everyone's energy resonates with somebody else. That's why they're like, hey, go find your soul family, man. Find your soul tribe. Because we're all connected on a soul level. Are we all going to find our soul tribe? Let's see. Oh, wow. That's the first card. I don't know what that is. I didn't even shuffle, y'all. 7 of Pentacles. I can't really see what that is. I would say, yeah. I'd say we have to look inside first to make sure what it is we want. Because that's the truth. Here's a good question for you. Here's a good question. If you had to live on a boat for the rest of your life, who would you have with you? Who could you not live without? That might help you find your soul tribe. That might help you find out who you are and what you actually want to have in your world. Think about that one. That's a good question. All right. All right. Oof. I don't know what they are. They're just falling because I don't have a question, y'all. But I think that might be it. Should I do this again? Ooh. Queen of Cups. I might have to play again and do this crazy stuff because it's just fun. All right. All right. Seriously, think about that question, honey. If you had to live on a boat for the rest of your life, who would you have to have with you? And then maybe you ought to ask yourself why. And how many other people around you that could provide that same thing? Is it beneficial to you? Does it help you grow? Help you be strong? Help support you in your decisions, in your energy? Those are really good questions. All right. That is it for me. I love you all. I really do. Hey, thanks for being my friend. Have a beautiful day.